Well, after a delay of close to 2 hours, we are now going to see action resume in the Perth ODI between India and Australia because the latest update that we have got is the rain has eased off. There is no rain. All the covers have been removed and it will start in the next 10 minutes. The match will start in the next 10 minutes and it is going to be a 35 overs per side match. So you have lost a total of 15 overs until this particular point in time. Remember, every 8 minutes you will lose 1 over, and that is why 2 hours when you look at it, yes, 15 overs have been reduced. India are 37 for 3 in 12 overs, and that's why now India will really be wanting to ensure that the next 23 overs they get a lot of runs in the process. But the weather forecast is not looking that promising either because you've seen the worst of the rain go away. It has taken them 2 hours of a delay in that sense. The afternoon weather, it was promised that yes, it would be better, but now it doesn't look like there are still a lot of dark clouds hovering around at the Optus Stadium, and that's why you could see some more rain delays later on as well. But we hope that doesn't happen. India, on the other hand, they were inserted in very fresh bowling conditions, and they have been reduced to 37 for 3. Shubman Gill out for 10, Rohit Sharma out for 8, Virat Kohli out for 0, and that's why this is the current situation involving. Now, this is a very interesting situation that happened at the Optus Stadium in Perth because the ground staff had to use covers for the very first time ever in an international match because ever since 2018 until now there has never been a rain interruption at the Optus Stadium in Perth, and because of that, unfortunately now they have had to use the covers, and it was a challenge for them to get all the covers in, and that's why we hope. Luckily, the outfield, the drainage at the Optus Stadium is pretty good, and that's why you've seen a very you can resume play immediately as soon as the rain stops. So all the covers have been removed. The players are currently indulging in the warm-up sessions as it's pretty windy still. It's quite cold at Perth, and that's why now India will be determined that Akshar Patel and Shreyas Iyer, those two, stabilize the innings and then ensure that they get to a very good total. But remember, this problem is going to be there because they have Australia have used Stark and Hazelwood for 6 and 5 overs respectively. How they are going to utilize the remaining, because I think the bowlers maximum quota can only be 7 overs in a 35 over game. So how are they going to use Stark and Hazelwood later on? That remains to be seen. So India will be hoping that this rain delay can give them some momentum and break the Aussies' momentum. But all the talk will be on the way how the top order failed. I mean, this was the least number of runs that India had scored in the power play after a gap of nearly a couple of years. So, Rohit failing, Virat failing, Shubman failing. It's not been an easy start for them in that sense. So, in that way, looking at it, benefit to India is that that's what Dev Pratap Singh did. Benefit is that Hazelwood Stark quota is almost over. Now spinners will have to bowl. But again, the benefit is that okay, maybe because this is where India's batting depth will be tested. I mean, you look at it, you're playing 8 batters, and that's where you got Sundar, you got all the others. Will it assist spin? That we do not know at this point. So yes, India will be hoping that they can reduce their collateral damage in this rain break. We have got another 7 minutes to go before the restart, so that's why it's going to be very very interesting. So people joining us now, the match has been reduced to 35 overs per side, and any further delay will result in more overs being lost as well. We don't know what is a tentative cutoff time for a 20 over game in case if there is any other rain delay. We hope this is the last of the rain delays that has happened. But technically, if you look at it, 15 overs were lost in 2 hours. Another 2 hours, if there is a rain delay, then I think by about 2:30, 3 o'clock is the cutoff time for a T20 game, and that will be the way how things go from this time. So Australia will have to employ some very interesting tactics. In the case of Stark and Hazelwood, then Nathan Ellis started off well. He managed to bowl a wicket maiden, and that's why it's been a good start for the Aussie seamers on a very helpful Perth wicket. But Australia, remember, have never won at the Optus Stadium. So that is one major stat that they'll want to correct in this match. Then the 3 ODIs that they have played there against England, against South Africa, and against Pakistan, they have not won at the Optus Stadium. So that's why against India, they'll be hoping to correct that statistic and give them something to cheer about. So yes, it's not been an ideal start for the Indian cricket team. If you look at it, the 3 guys who failed, it will dominate discussions later on, irrespective of the result that is going to take place. So the covers have been removed. Play will start in the next 5 to 6 minutes, and let's see how much India can post. So 35 overs, if you look at it, looking at the nature of the wicket, maybe a total close to 200 will give them a lot of confidence. But again, scoring on this wicket isn't that easy. Already the power play is done, and when you look at the last few overs, maybe last 10 overs, they'll have to really capitalize on it. So that's why India will be desperate that they don't lose too many wickets. Shreyas, KL, all of them hold the key here. And even Akshar Patel, he was promoted up the order just for the left right combination. I don't know why. You have three right-handers at the top, and then suddenly you get in a left-hander, and you demote KL Rahul even further. What was the need for that? That is one more questionable decision that the management has taken at this point. So, yeah, a lot of talking points will be there even in the mid innings and also in the match end. Remember, this was the game touted to be Rohit and Virat's comeback, but unfortunately, it's not worked out for them. It lasted all of 30 minutes. 22 balls, 8 runs. We have done a video on the dismissals of Virat and also how the Rocco comeback lasted. And freaking awesome saying India should aim around 180 in 35 overs. Yeah, as I said, close to 200 would be ideal on this particular wicket. And if you have to look at it, 23 overs, they have to score about 143 runs more on a wicket that is aiding the pacers might be slightly difficult unless you don't lose wickets in a cluster. So that's the one thing which India will be determined they don't do. So Akshar and Shreyas will resume batting at this way. And freaking awesome comes back with another comment in which he says, not an easy wicket to bat on. Only 250s were scored in 3 ODIs at Optus. Even scoring a 50 is like 100. Indeed it is, because as I said, it's a very spicy wicket. Start of the season, Optus, that's the way how the wicket is. Extra bounce. You saw how Virat Kohli was undone by a bit of, you may say, a zip of the wicket. Rohit Sharma was undone by the bounce that is there, this extra bounce, tennis ball bounce that you see at the Optus Stadium. So that is how we are looking at this particular thing. So next 2 minutes, the match is set to resume. Hopefully, no further rain delays. And let's see what is the total that India can put up. I am saying they'll have a total, if they don't lose wickets, that is somewhere around 155, 160. That is the range in which I say if they don't lose wickets, they'll come to that total. So that is what my estimation is saying at this stage. So in that way. And any other further comments? Okay, so Rohit needs only 2 runs to become the first Indian batter to score 1,000 ODI runs against Australia and Australia. Well, those 2 runs will have to wait until October 23rd, freaking awesome, because now he's fallen for 8. And Adelaide, let's see how he does. Well, it's a favorite venue for Virat Kohli. He's always scored runs in Adelaide. So let's see. On off was saying Virat Rohit gone. How sad. Well, the game is a great leveler, my friend. It doesn't give you any easy comebacks, and that's why a game should be treated like a game. It's not a video game wherein you just come in, hit a six, hit a six, hit a four, hit a four. It's not book cricket. It is the real life cricket with real individuals bowling and getting that kind of help. So that's why that is the way we look at it. We hope Rohit scores those 2 runs in Adelaide. Let's see. Otherwise, he can score it in Sydney. So in that way, it's going to happen. But yes, there'll be a lot of discussions on the Rohit and Virat situation, because social media have been really quick to jump on it, and they have already, the same fans who are hailing Virat and Rohit as the saviors have now turned against them. So that is how the Indian cricket fan is, my friends. That's how it is, and I am sad, of course. Your Diwali has been spoiled on off. I am very sorry for that your Diwali has been spoiled with Rohit and Virat combining with 8 runs, but they still have 4 more ODI, 2 more games left. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this update. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.